Hey fam, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. 2 Hugo, Oklahoma police officers opened fire on a car with 4 children in the back seat. The cops claim they started shooting because the driver was attempting to run them over with his truck. Yeah, does the video show that? 3 of the 4 children were shot. The 4-year-old daughter was shot in the head and has a bullet in her brain. The 5-year-old has a skull fracture, and the 1-year-old baby has gunshot wounds on her face. This is a story that was done by Channel 4 KFOR out of Oklahoma. I want to go ahead and play this video for you. So check this out.
Another officer-involved shooting.
Yeah, this time 3 children were hit by bullets.
4-year-old daughter was shot in the head and she has a bullet in her brain, and my 2-year-old wasn't touched with any bullets.
We told you about this as breaking news Friday at 6, and police say they were after a man inside a car there. They believe he'd robbed a pizza shop in Hugo, and that's where News 4's Emily Akins is tonight with the latest on this investigation.
Tonight, people in Hugo coming out to support a family they say was involved in an officer-involved shooting. The father of the kids involved speaking out, telling us he's devastated.
It's kind of hard to tell a 5 or 4 and a 1-year-old that they were shot by the people who are supposed to protect them.
A father begging for answers after he says 3 of his children were injured in an officer-involved shooting.
These are my kids. If I can't speak up for my kids, then nobody will.
OSBI agents, along with the Hugo Police Department, were searching for William Smith, who was wanted in connection with an armed robbery at a Pizza Hut. OSBI says he was parked at a food center in Hugo, and at some point when officers found him, shots were fired. 4 kids were in the car at the time, 3 of them hurt.
A little girl and a little boy that young to be shot in the head and then for still be able to get up and walk around and laugh and play with you and like it never really happened, but we know it happened.
Protesters say they will not give up until they get the answers they feel they deserve.
We're tired of seeing situations happen like this across the country, and we wanted answers.
This is a major problem right here. This is not something that I won't let die down. I don't care if I'm 62 years old still trying to do this.
In Hugo, Emily Akins, Oklahoma's News 4.
And state agents say the children's mother was in a relationship with Smith. Prosecutors tell us the Hugo mayor and city manager told them they will work together to figure out why this happened.
All right, folks, joining us right now is Damario Solomon Simmons, civil rights attorney and lawyer for the family there. Damario, okay, I'm just trying to understand. So they say he committed an armed robbery. Are the cops saying the guy was firing a gun at them? Why would you fire into a car not knowing who's in the car?
Well, that's obviously a violation, Roland. Good to see you as always. Number one is make it really clear that the robbery that they alleged that Mr. Smith committed happened on April 11th. So the shooting happened on April 26th. That's 15 days apart.
Wait. Are you telling us that it's not like there was a robbery, they got a call, and they pursued the car?
Correct. That's exactly what I'm telling you. This was not they were not in pursuit of a fleeing felon or anything like that. This was a robbery that happened 2 weeks prior. This family was going on their way. They were going to get some food at a community center. The individual officers that were following them were actually plainclothes officers in an unmarked vehicle. The vehicle, according to the police themselves, that they followed them for several blocks. If they followed these individuals for several blocks, they could have clearly seen the children that were in the vehicle. And when my client, Olivia Hill, and her 4 children, who I represent, when they pulled into their parking space, she says she gets out of the vehicle. This individual walks up. She doesn't know who he is. He's not in police uniform, as I already stated. And the next thing she knows, they're shooting at the car, and they shoot over 25 times.
So one second. So when they fire into the car, was the car moving or was it stationary?
Our investigation, which is still ongoing, is that the car was stationary when they first started shooting into the car. And once they started shooting into the car moved. What we are trying to get out of the gunfire.
Okay, so
absolutely no idea what was going on.
So when the plainclothes cop walks up to your client, Does he identify himself? Or you're saying he has nothing showing him a cop? Is his badge present?
Yeah, our investigation, there was no identification that they were law enforcement. We've talked to several witnesses who were on the scene. I've been to Hugo twice in the last 4 days. I've talked to people that were there when the shooting happened and people that were there shortly thereafter. And what they tell me, a totality of everyone I've spoken to, is that it appears that the car was being shot at while it was stationary, and that these individuals were in an unmarked vehicle. This vehicle did not have any identification as being law enforcement, and the two individuals, they were in plain clothes. The city said they did not have any type of body cam. We're told there's no dash cam. So all we can go on is what our clients and the witnesses are saying and what the police have said. And it looks like to me this was an unnecessary, unjustified bad shooting based on what I know right today.
Wow, that is absolutely crazy. And again, what's the latest condition of the 3 children shot?
Well, by the grace of God, they were not killed in the hail of gunfire, but they did sustain serious wounds. They were all 3 of the children that were shot had to be airlifted here to Tulsa, which is a 2.5-hour drive away. They were airlifted here and went into emergency surgery. They removed the bullet out of the brain of the 5-year-old young girl. She has a very large cut or wound on her head, which we don't know if that's going to ever really heal. Will she be disfigured for the rest of her life? She's on medication to keep the swelling of her brain down. And what the doctors are telling the family is that they have a very strong concern that she may have a lifetime issues with seizures. Obviously, we hope that doesn't happen. With the 3-year-old who was shot in the head, he still has a bullet or a fragment of a bullet in his head. It broke his skull or fractured his skull, and they were afraid to go in and try to remove the bullet because of the location of it. They thought it would be too risky. The 1-year-old who was shot in her right below her left eye, and it came out of her chin area. She's also recovering. She has a wound. It's very difficult to just look at these beautiful children and see that they have these type of injuries. They have nightmares. They're not eating. They're afraid to be alone. They're afraid to hear any type of sounds. And they all keep saying, are we going to get shot again? Why are we getting shot at? It's very, very sad.
All right, Damario Solomon Simmons, certainly.
Damario,
I'm sorry. Keep us updated what's going on, and we'll, thoughts, prayers certainly go out to that mother as she's dealing with this tragedy. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it, Roland. Thanks a lot.
All right. Roland Martin Unfiltered. Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.